ICC seeks arrest warrants against Sinwar and Netanyahu for war crimes over October 7 attack in Gaza war.
Here's a summary of the article.
The International Criminal Court is seeking arrest warrants for Hamas leader in Gaza Yahya Sinwar and Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu on charges of war crimes and crimes against humanity over the October 7 attacks on Israel and the subsequent war in Gaza. The court's prosecutor Karim Khan told CNN's Christiane Amanpour in an exclusive interview on Monday. The decision puts Netanyahu in the company of the Russian President Vladimir Putin, for whom the ICC issued an arrest warrant over Moscow's war on Ukraine, and the Libyan strongman Muammar Gaddafi, who was facing an arrest warrant from the ICC for alleged crimes against humanity at the time of his capture and killing in October 2011. Responding to the announcement by Khan, Hamas said in a statement that it strongly condemns the attempts of the ICC prosecutor to equate victims with aggressors by issuing arrest warrants against a number of Palestinian resistance leaders without legal basis. Hamas calls on the ICC prosecutor to issue arrest warrants against all war criminals among the occupation leaders, officers, and soldiers who participated in crimes against the Palestinian people, and demands the cancellation of all arrest warrants issued against Palestinian resistance leaders, the group added. When reports surfaced last month that the ICC chief prosecutor was considering this course of action, Netanyahu said that any ICC arrest warrants against senior Israeli government and military officials would be an outrage of historic proportions, and that Israel has an independent legal system that rigorously investigates all violations of the law. The ICC announcement on Monday is separate from the case that is currently being heard by the International Court of Justice over an accusation from South Africa that Israel was committing genocide in its war against Hamas following the October 7 attacks. While the ICJ considers cases that involve countries and nations, and the ICC is a criminal court, which brings cases against individuals for war crimes or crimes against humanity.
This post received a score of 14,000, with an upvote ratio of 89%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
It hasn't actually put out arrest warrants yet, it's just considering it, for now.
He applied for UT but the actual court had to grant it. The prosecutor can't issue arrest warrants. Just a formality, no such request has been denied in the ICC's history.
Here is a list of the charges the ICC prosecutor has brought against Yahya Sinwar, Mohammed Diab Ibrahim al-Masri, and Ismail Haniyeh. Further down in the article is the list of charges against Benjamin Netanyahu and Yoav Gallant.
Bibi and Gallant charged for starvation as a warfare tactic, persecution, and willfully attacking civilian centers, but not Hamas. There has been a clear and constant stream of evidence provided that shows Hamas does those exact things and has been doing them for years, and especially so in the last 7 months. Israel has had a higher rate of flow for aid coming into the Strip than what the Strip is actually capable of handling, and many tons of aid are sitting within Gaza waiting to be distributed. This is ignoring the fact that many more tons of aid are stolen by Hamas, which has created an artificial famine and holds control over the aid that is sold at exorbitant prices rather than freely distributed. There has also been endless evidence of Hamas using civilian infrastructure to conduct warfare and hold terror-affiliated infrastructure, with bomb manufacturing facilities in universities, and massive tunnel networks under major buildings like UNRWA-HQ, Erez Crossing, Al-Shifa Hospital and more.
It's a petition for an arrest warrant. It doesn't have to be a full and complete indictment of every evil thing all these men have ever been suspected of having done. There are a number of other crimes that could have been leveled at Netanyahu and Gallant as well. What about?
These "what about" cries are just a lame, and distinctly American, way to avoid context. Nothing is born out of vacuum.
If they can get their hands on Sinwar, I'll be more than happy to give him BB.
One of the targets is Haniyeh, who is flying freely right now. I wonder which country will arrest him if he lands there.
Hopefully he's flying in an Iranian helicopter.
Hui thups approvingly.
Meanwhile, Putin is still enjoying comfy life.
Putin has a warrant out for his arrest.
He visited his mistress and many bastard children in Switzerland days before the invasion. He has not seen them since. He also has yachts that are worthless. This isn't much, but he has been greatly inconvenienced. He certainly did not expect the war to last.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.